Chaz been the closest game of this tournament. We see Rodriguez sneaking back here. Pepin's got his eye on him. There's a tap. It's going to be jumped up again. Joe Zyko against Joe Bellio. 6'9" against 6'6". Bellio gets the tap this time. Seeley has it. He's going to take the jumper. Bang! Felton Seeley. 20-13. The Panthers go down by 7. Here comes Matty Colbert's up, and the Don Bosco zone seems to have held back. There's Pepin long. Back rim, no good. Shorey loses the rebound out to Chandler. Chandler on the drive. Now he stops. Feeds back out to Rodriguez. Rodriguez down to Chandler. Chandler throws long. Swish! Wow! Just like that. Okay, and Don Bosco coming out of that pressing man-to-man and dropping back into that zone has...
They'd be hurting.
Okay, now Roberts has it in there. Makes a nice move. Goes in and scores. Dougie Roberts took Joe Bellio's athletic supporter that time, and that was it. Okay, 22-15, and here we come back. Lewis. Matt Cobras picks it up. Got Pepin on one side. He throws it out of bounds. A little too much hesitation. Here comes Seth Chazen in the ball game to replace Pepin. With 6:54 to go in the first half, 22-15. A 7-point bulge by the Don Bosco Bears as they come up on the attack. This is Chandler. Over to Jamboski. Back to Chandler. Around the horn to Rodriguez. Rodriguez holds the ball. Over to Jamboski. Back to... Over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez fires long. Front rim no good. Oh, he hustles after the board, and Rumford's a little flat-footed that time. All right, there's the hook shot. Around and off, no good. And it's going to go Don Bosco. And the Panthers looked a little flat-footed on that long rebound.
Yeah, they missed 2 rebounds in there that time, I think.
Okay, now here's Rodriguez looking for the throw in. It comes over to Felton Seeley. He throws the jumper. Back rim, no good. Bangs around. Shorey and Zyko clears and gets hit, and that's 3 on Seeley. And Felton Seeley with the Pepsodent smile out there, but he just committed number 3.
You know, in city basketball, I do know this for a fact, that the refereeing isn't quite as slack as it is up here in the hills. I think, nothing against these fellows from Don Bosco, but I think they are seeing a different type of refereed basketball.
Probably called a little clay. So here we go with Zyko on the line, and we'll be back in a moment. Zyko hit the first one. Now he flicks the wrist for number 2. Back rim. Joe Bellio with the rebound. And those foul shots are hurting right now. Okay, here comes Chandler up the court, making his quick moves. Got it by Chazen. Now Rodriguez with the ball. Over to Jazembowski. Back out. Jazembowski's going to heave one. Front rim, no good. Dougie Roberts, forward. Matt Cobras. And Seth Chazen goes in alone and drops it. And now the Panthers come up in a press. Rumford is up in their press. Now it's banged around. It's picked up by Chazen. Now he gives over to Matt Cobras, who starts his drive up. Stops. Then to Roberts. Roberts is going to take it. Swish. 22-20. And the Panthers are making a move, and Bosco wants a timeout. With the score, the Rumford Panthers 22. So, Don, what do you think here, John?
You know, for the first time this year, I see Rumford put a new wrinkle in their defense, a 2-2-1, and everybody's moving. And it just turned the momentum of this game right around.
Okay, 22 for the Bosco Bears, 20 for the Rumford Panthers. We'll be back with the action in just a moment. As the Bosco Bears work up against the Rumford press. There's a long throw to Joe Bellio. Now he's going to come in. He's going to hit Jazembowski's throw is no good. The board no good. Bellio gets the board, and that's where they're getting us right there. The offensive board the last 3 times. So it's Bosco 24, the Panthers 20. All right, sped over to Chazen into Zyko. Zyko hooks back to Reed. Reed throws, Roberts rather throws it. Zyko with a rebound, scores. 24-22. Dougie Roberts shot, fell short. Zyko, the man of the day with the board. Okay, now here they come up against the press. And we're going to have it called on Chazen. So we're in the 1-on-1 situation. So Chandler will go to the line, and we'll pause with 4:40 to go. 24-22. Don Bosco Bears over the Rumford Panthers. Okay, Chandler dropped his first one, and now we'll have the second one on for the action. Money in the bank when he's on there, huh, Stan?
Looks easy from here.
Okay, here comes Matt up the court now with 26-22. The Don Bosco lead is up to 4. Chazen over to... Here's Seth with the drive. He's going to take the jumper. Swish! And Seth Chazen puts the Panthers back within 2. Okay, now the press is... Rodriguez is coming up. It's banged around, stolen around, and tied up. And Andy Shorey ties up Rodriguez. And they'll go to the center stripe for the jump. Don Bosco has won both their regular season games by 40 points or better. Last night they took the Bangor Rams by 30. This is probably the closest ball game they've been in this year.
Probably the closest you'll see all year, too.
Okay. This is Chandler with the ball now. He works out over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez holds the ball. Now he's going to go into Bellio. Bellio's going to pivot and shoot. No good, but we're going to get a call on Zyko. So Joe Bellio will go to the line for 2. With the score 26-24, 4:07 to go in the half. Big Joe Bellio misses his first shot. Now he's going to pump up the next one here with 4:07 to go. Back rim again. Roberts with the board up to Matt Cobras. Here we come. Jack takes a drive, feeds off to Reed, and we're going to have a foul on Jack Cobras with the charge. So 3:56 to go. Here comes Donnie Chandler. Holds the ball, flips into Jazimboski. The Rumford long heave, back rim, no good. Rodriguez again, hustling for that board. Throws it out of bounds. And we're gonna have a ball out to Don Bosco. And Zyko comes in for a rest, and Brian Miller goes into the ball game. We're giving away a little height with that move.
Probably a little hustle. I think Zyko's a little tired.
Okay, there's a backboard, no good. Banged around, Miller loses the rebound. Rodriguez, no good. Banged around again, and Joe Bellio. Let's see if we can get the number on Joe. That's 2 I know of. Hasn't been flashed up down there on the board. Number 2 on Joe. Here comes Brigadoo into the lineup. Mike Brigadoo coming in for the Bosco Bears. And that'll going to sit Rodriguez down, and that Rodriguez played pretty good ball. So with the score 26-24, Roberts on the line. We'll stay with the action. Once again, the foul shot is missed, and this has hurt the Panther attack tonight. All right, now here comes Chandler up the court. Throws a long drive. Bang! And that puts it up to 4. So 28-24. 3:19 to go. You got to beat this club. You got to make foul shots and bunnies. All right, now they're working. Bosco's contented to hang in that zone now. There's Roberts. Looks around to Jack. Jack back to Reed. Reed can shoot from there. Looked like they got him on the arm. And who's it on? Brigadoo, the new boy in the lineup, number 12, draws a foul. So we're going to have Bobby Reed go to the line, and we'll be back in just a moment. Okay, Reed drops the first foul shot. Now here comes the second. Pretty. 2-point lead for the Bosco Bears, and Rumford's back up in the press, and here comes Don Chandler down the court. He lays it over to Brigadoo. Brigadoo works down the side. Now he throws into Joe Bellio. Bellio gets tied up and called for the foul. Offensive charge. And we're quickly going to get Joe Bellio out of the ball game, and quickly Zyko back in, and strategic moves are being made by both coaches down here now.
We're going to see some action now underneath. They got the big guy out.
Okay, that's number 15. They also got Benji Williams in the ball game. He didn't come in till late last night, and Benji's in there now. Okay, this Seth is going to go way long, but Reed with the board. Banged out of bounds by Chandler, and they're going to call the foul. And now we got pandemonium breaking out down here. I've got to stand up. I think we have a technical foul. And with 2:42 to go in the first quarter, first half, rather. We're all excited up here. It's 28-26. What happened, John?
Geez, I see old Bulio on the bench here. Get up, start yapping, threw his white towel out. I think it means you surrender.
I don't think so. This crew isn't ready to surrender by any means, but it's going to be a Rumford technical, and after the shots are taken, we'll be back with the action. All right, we're back in action here now. It was a technical foul on Joe Bellio, who threw a towel out on the floor. Matt Cobras needs that foul shot. He gets it. And we're all knotted up here, and we're going to have a Panther ball with 2:42 to go. 28-28 the score. And what do you think, Stan?
I think that was his jersey that got that one at number 20, famous number.
Okay. All right, here we are back in Bobby Reed. Panthers' first chance to go up in this ball game. All right, Andy Shorey. The height is, they're going to try to work it in. Don Bosco's in foul trouble. Joe Bellio, Felton Seeley out of the lineup. And the Panthers are going to have to make their move now with 2:19 to go and try to get a little bulge here. There's Zyko. Oh. He lost everything, and it was finally knocked out by Ewell. They had Zyko underneath, and he's got to practice that shot, John. He's missed a lot like that.
Yeah, well, I think Stan said it on the head. Inexperience.
Okay, back out to Zyko. He's got to get his bearings on that board on that shot. There's Andy Shorey pumping. Drills it. And the Panthers are up. Here comes Chandler down. He's playing with Brigadeau. Banged around, and we're going to have a white ball underneath here. 1:55 to go. The Panthers are up by 2. And now they're back in the zone. And Don Chandler's going to try to penetrate it and heave. Front rim, no good. They let the ball come back. No good. Andy Shorey with the board. And here comes Matt Cobras up the court. 30-28. As Dougie Roberts is going to go long from the corner. Back rim, no good. And the board is told by Mike Brigadeau, and he comes up to Chandler, and he's going to try to go on Matt Cobras, but Matt shuts him off. Now he's by. He meets Zyko. Now he feeds into Benji Williams, and Benji hits it. Benji Williams, who came off the bench late last night, fires one for the Bosco Bears and ties it up. All right, now it's Bobby Reed with the ball over in the corner. He feeds around to Matt Cobras, working against his own. Reed goes long, swish. Bobby Reed, who's been playing Super Bowl the last 2 or 3 ball games. All right, here's Chandler up, 32-30, 53 seconds to go in the half. And Don Bosco is in a tough ball game tonight. There's a long heave, back rim, no good. Benji Williams bangs it away, but it's controlled by Matt Cobras. Here he comes up the court. He's got Bobby Reed again. He fakes, throws it into Zyko with a shot, front rim. Rebound, Shorey. Good! Andy Shorey with a beautiful rebound. And he's going to the line. With 32 seconds to go, the Panthers are up by 4. Quick comment, John.
Yeah, Andy Shorey was kind of quiet last night, as we mentioned. Boy, he let himself loose tonight.
Okay, we're going to watch Andy shoot the shot here. And there's the flick. Good. The Panthers have widened it by 5. There's a long pass down to Jarzembowski. He holds the ball. Now he gives in. It's banged around. It's picked up by Matt Cobras. Up to Roberts. 22 to go. He's going to hold the ball. Now he's got Zyko. They're going to hold for the last shot. 18 seconds. Over to Matt Cobras. Over to Andy. 13. Underneath. Banged around, and the foul is on Reed. And they tried to throw over that zone that time. So we're coming up the other end, and we'll pause for a minute. All right, Zyko Sky to take the rebound. We still have 6 seconds to go. Reed's going to go way long. Off the board, no good. And I think with 1 second to go, Reed, thinking he didn't have much time left, threw one and hit the rim. And we're going to see Chandler heave one. And, you know, I waited to call that because the way he throws them, you never know where they're going to go. So that's the end of the first half with the score. The Rumford Panthers 35, the Don Bosco Bears 30. Comments, boys?
Dynamite first half. You know, I think if Rumford starts hitting from the outside, it's going to open up the game underneath. And Don Bosco right now is hurting because they have to go to their bench.
Yeah, Stan's right. Their rate, Don Bosco's right where they don't want to be. But this is the greatest game since Monday Night Football.
Well, We're going to pause now for the halftime, and we'll be back with the second half of this thriller. Well, here we are back at the Rumford Auditorium, the 3rd annual Dick Goodrich Classes. The Don Bosco Bears coming back with their starting lineup against the Rumford Panthers, and it's going to be play ball here. Get out of the way, Ron. Okay. Here we go. The jump is going to be between Zyko, and it's controlled by Chandler. He's up the court. Dribbles the ball. Rumford back in the zone. Seavey back in the ball game along with Joe Bellio. Joe Bellio throws long, back rim, no good, and Andy Shorey misses the board to Jazimboski, and Seeley with the drive into Rodriguez with the drive and scores, and the foul is going to be called on Dougie Roberts. So Rodriguez back in the ball game, and right away John drives through. He's looking good tonight.
Yeah, he does everything good. He can really rebound. He shoots good. I think he's a good player. As far as I'm concerned, I think he's the best on Don Bosco's team. I might be overemphasizing him, but I think he's a darn good ball player.
Well, he was kind of a sleeper last night, but tonight he's really coming through. So we'll pause while the play is out. Okay, the shot is good by Rodriguez, and that cuts the lead to 2, and here come the Panthers up on the attack. And Don Bosco is going to hang back in that zone. Looks like a 2-3, 3-2 rather. And it shifts out to a 1-2-2. Okay, now they're working the perimeter now. Andy Shorey. Tough. There's Pepin open. He flicks it. In and out. Roberts board out of bounds. Given to Don Bosco. So the Bears come up on the attack now. It's Chandler over to Rodriguez. We're losing some of the action here as the fans are still pouring in, blocking our view. We've got a turnover by Rodriguez, I guess. What was that, a travel down there, Stan?
10 seconds, I think.
Okay, the Rumford press held it in for 10 seconds. And while the late fans come back, we're missing some of the action. Okay, here's Dougie Roberts with a drive. He's going to take it from the key. Bang! 37-33. The Panthers back up by 4. All right, now here comes Rodriguez in the forecourt. He's double teamed. Now over to Chandler. Chandler into Seavey. Seavey's shot blocked by Zyko, but Seavey recovers. Now he works it out. Over to Chandler. Chandler holds the ball. Now he feeds Rodriguez in the corner. Rodriguez back to Chandler. Chandler over to Jazimboski. He's throwing long. Bang! Jazimboski fires one over that zone, and it's 37-35. The Panthers up by 2. Comes Matt Cobras up over forecourt. Into Pepin. Pepin to Zyko. Working the perimeter. There's Andy Shorey. And just working it around, trying to get that good shot. Now Zyko way in the corner. Back out to Pepin. Into Zyko. Flips it way back. Pepin can't save it. And it's picked up by Chandler. He throws it home. And it's 37-37, and the Panthers have to penetrate that zone.
That was a bad mistake on Zyko's part. I think he got bothered a little bit. But
okay, Don Bosco's back with that starting lineup, and some of those guys are in foul trouble, but we've got to penetrate to them. There's Pepin in the corner. He tries to hit Roberts and misses. And now it's Chandler with the ball, coming back. Pepin's shot hit the rim and bounced away. Now the long shot by Rodriguez is good, and the Don Bosco Bears are pushed ahead by 2. And Rumford has slowed the pace down. Okay, working the perimeter now. Trying to hit Roberts. Now Roberts is going to drive into the key, throw it up. Back rim, no good. Rebound, Seeley. Here he comes up. Into Jazimboski, throws it, round no good, and Andy Shorey pulls the board and gets fouled by number 5, Don Chandler. So it'll be a no-shot foul, and Rumford will play the ball in. 5:04 to go. The Don Bosco Bears up by 2, 39-37.
Well, they come out to play the second half, that's for sure. Rumford's got to start moving on offense.
The zone is giving Rumford a little trouble right now. They can't seem to penetrate it. Big Joe Beliveau is in there, and he blocks Reed up. Now it's Zyko inside, back out. Shorey drills. Around and out, no good. And Rumford's a little cold on the shooting, too, which hasn't helped. Okay, now we come back on the attack with the Bosco Bears. 2 points up here in the midway in the third quarter. There's Seeley with the ball. He's going to drive, throw it up and in. He's tough on the baseline. And they go up by 4. Now we've got Seth Chasden in the lineup to try to give some offensive punch over there on the right side. Okay, there's Roberts with the jump shot. He's going to be blocked, and it's picked up by number 5. That's Chandler with the ball. It works into forecourt, takes a long jumper and hits. And the Bosco Bears are hot. 43-37, up by 6. And they've coming out meaning business. Now we're going to have a foul on number 5, and that's Chandler hacking Zyko. So that's number 3 on Chandler. But if the Panthers want to draw those fouls, they're going to have to take the ball at the Bears. Okay, there's Matt Cobras with the ball. He's not going to shoot. He holds. Now he gives back out to Seth. Seth starts his drive. Back to Matt. Matt flicks it into Roberts. Roberts with the drive. Throws it up. Good. Dougie Roberts. 43-39. 4-point bulge by the Bosco Bears as they come back on the attack with Chandler working in. It's there by Rodriguez and Chandler working over forecourt. Rumford back in that zone. Almost banged away by Zyko. He may still get it. Yes, he does. It comes out to Roberts. Given up to Matt Cobras. Rodriguez plays the act but doesn't get the call. Now it's Seth going to go long in the corner. And it's going to be a Rumford ball because I think it was blocked by number 5, Chandler. And it is. It's going to be a Panther. No, he's giving it to the white. And listen to the fans on this one. Now he's changing his mind. So I don't know. What's going on, Stan?
I think he was out of position to call it, and Chandler did hit it. That's why I hit the back of the backboard.
Did Mike Haley straighten him out on that?
Oh, he did, or Matt did.
I don't think Matt would talk much into him. Okay, there's Seth going to go long again from the other side. Banged off, no good, and up by Joe Bellio. And here come the Bosco Bears back on the attack. Seeley with the ball. Holds it out to Chandler. Chandler holds the ball. Now feeds over to Rodriguez into Zamangoski. He throws it and hits. 45-39. The Bosco Bears up by 6 with 3:05 to go in the third quarter. And the Panthers are going to have to make another one of those runs to get back. All right, Matt a little slow with his pass, and Rodriguez gets a hand on it, but it's still a Panther ball. Here comes Jack into the ball game. Happy Jack Cobras in, replacing Seth Chasden. Okay, now it's Matt with the ball. He goes over to Andy Shorey, drills it long, bang! Andy Shorey, 45-41. 4-point bulge by the Bosco Bears. Has a long pass down the corner. Zyko loses out, but Seeley with a rebound misses. Seeley grabs it again, throws it up, no good, and we're going to have a call and a foul on Timmy Zyko. It's going to put Seeley on the line for 2 shots. So with 2:35 to go, the score 45-41, the Bosco Bears. Okay, the ball's banged around. It's controlled by Jack Cobras. He's coming up on Chandler. He feeds over, but it's stolen away by Rodriguez. And here comes Bosco back on the attack. They're up by 4 points here. 5 points, rather. All right, comes out to Rodriguez on the head of the key. He's looking up. Now he goes into Seeley. Seeley wants to drive the baseline, but stops for the pop. No good. And Zyko goes in for the board, and it's banged out by Jazimboski. No, he's saying Zyko hit it out. He's giving it to the white. What do you think on that call, John?
Jeez, I don't know. I'm not thinking too much right now.
Now it comes into Seeley, who throws it up, and he's fouled again. And Zyko is in foul trouble, I think, or he's just picked up 2. So we're going to stop the action here. 2:08 to go, 46-41, with Felton Seeley on the line. Felton Seeley just rocketed through 2 foul shots to ram the score up 48-41, 7-point lead, and Rumford is cold in the third quarter. Okay, here's Matt Cobras with the ball. Looking up, over to Jack. Back to Matt. Over to Zyko. Zyko holds the ball. Got the pop from out there. There's back over to Matt. He's got to throw it. There it goes. Off the back rim. No good. Okay, the throw comes up to Chandler, who's on the break. He beats Jack Cobras and throws it in. And the Bosco Bears are running out. 9-point lead with 1:36 to go in the third quarter. And the Panthers are going to have to start going long. There's Cobras. He misses everything. The ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to come back to the Bosco Bears. 1:25 to go. 50-41. Okay, here they come up the court. Seeley has the ball coming over the half court. Stops, throws it over to Chandler, who heaves it and scores, and Zyko again. And Juan Chandler drives it up 52-41. The Bosco Bears are up by 11. 1:14 to go in the third quarter. Chandler hit the foul shot, a violation. The Bosco Bear was in too fast, and Don Bosco High School is up over Rumford 52-41. All right, here's Reed with the ball. Back to Jack. Jack starts his drive. Goes in, throws it over to Pepin. Pepin's going to go from the corner. Bang! And that's what Rumford needs, a little scoring punch from the outside as Stevie Pepin drops it, cuts the lead to 9. Now here comes Chandler back on the attack. He throws it over Reed. It's going to be short. Joe Bellio in there, throws it up, off the backboard, no good. Banged out to Rodriguez, who throws a jump shot and hits. And Joe Bellio could have been called for an up and down on that.
Good hustle under the boards. They fought for it and they got it.
All right, now Joe Bellio is going to knock over Reed, and he's going to be called for the foul. A 1-on-1 isn't in town, and now here comes Benji Williams back in the ballgame. Benji Williams reporting back in 37 seconds ago, and the Panthers going to play it in. All right. Rumford looks a little slow tonight. That's third quarter. There's Pepin over to Jack. Jack starts to split the defense. Stolen away, back by Pepin. Pepin comes in. Looks up, hits Roberts. Roberts takes it. Short, in. Okay, front rim and in. 23 to go. Cuts the lead back to 9. Here comes Chandler up with 19 to go. Looks like they're going to hold for the last shot. So a 9-point lead by the Don Bosco Bears. Okay, Rodriguez is going to heave long and hit. And he's having himself quite a night, John. He's your boy.
The Boston Bomber, boy, he's bombing them.
Okay, 5 seconds to go. Reed's going to get the shot off, and no good. And there's the end of the third quarter with the score. The Don Bosco Bears 56, the Rumford Panthers 45. Well, here we are back into play for the fourth quarter. Joe Bellio's out of the ball game. Benji Williams going to do the jumping against Timmy Zyko. And with Joe Bellio out of there, that might make that zone a little less tough to penetrate. Okay, that's picked up by Chandler down there. Don Bosco works it around. Rodriguez in the corner, back out to Chandler. Over to Jamazamboski. They're holding the ball, looking for the good shot. They take the good percentage shot, this ball club. Okay, here comes Rodriguez on the drive, and they're going to tab Roberts.